What is up, and welcome back to another episode of Blood and Beer, the show where we talk blood sport and we drink beer. I'm your host, Matt, and as always, we got blood sport to talk, and a little different. Once again, we're not drinking a beer. I cleaned out the fucking local gas stations. Nothing new for me, so I'm trying this weird-looking thing. It's called Bevy. Yeah, it's a long drink citrus refresher, sparkling citrus refresher. 5.8% alcohol by volume. It's clear. Probably just tastes like every seltzer ever. We'll give her a shot and give her a score based on seltz, I guess. And then we're going to jump into a pick'em episode where we make you a bunch of money like we have been. We're 11, 6, and 1 on the year. We'll drop that one off, 11 and 6. So we're up on the year. We're up pretty big, almost 2-1. Doesn't taste like a seltzer. It tastes like tastes kind of like Sprite or off-brand Sprite. It's pretty good. Pretty good. A little pussy drink, but 6.5, a little bland. I don't know. It's all right. We're gonna jump into the pick'em episode. We got a huge card for you today. Jon Jones versus Cyril Gane. UFC 285. The return of Jon Jones after 3 years off. There's another title fight in that one with Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso. We're going to jump into those towards the end of the episode. We're going to kick things off on the prelims, though, with Julian Marquez, the Cuban Missile Crisis. He's taking on Marc-Andre Barriault. Marquez coming in as a plus 125 dog to Barriault's minus 150. These guys are really even, I think, in as far as their skill set. Barriault probably has him edged a little on striking and Marquez a little on the grappling. But I just think, Julian Marquez just moved to a new team. He was with James Krause. James Krause can't coach in the UFC anymore. So he's got to be with a new team. Who knows how that's going to affect him. James Krause was really good at just getting the most out of his fighter. So I don't know if we'll get the most out of Julian Marquez today or this weekend. So I'm rolling with Marc-Andre Barriault at minus 150. And then we have Cody Garbrandt versus Trevin Jones. Both these guys on a bit of a rough streak. Garbrandt, since winning the title, just hasn't been able to really find his form. And Trevin Jones, he's lost his last 3. He's had a tough go around. He's been fighting dogs, but it's a tough fight to pick. Garbrandt's a minus 170 favorite to Jones's plus 145 dog status. Garbrandt's been a little chinny lately, but he's been fighting some of the best with Kai Kara France, Rob Font. Can't think of the other ones off the top of my head now. I'm a little lost, but I'm rolling with Garbrandt just because of the level of competition. This is kind of a step down from what he's been fighting. He's back at his 135 weight class. I think we're going to see Garbrandt get a victory in this one. I'm not very confident in it, but we'll see. And then next one we have on the prelims, we have Derek Brunson taking on Dricus du Plessis. Brunson's coming in as a big dog at plus 190, and du Plessis coming back at minus 230. I'm rolling with Brunson in this one as the dog. His wrestling, his pressure, his pace, it's a lot for anybody. And du Plessis, he's a big guy, a lot of muscles. He gasses, he keeps going, but I just wonder if the wrestling is going to be what takes the toll on du Plessis, because he did great against Darren Till. And I forget who he fought in his fight before that, but was gassed and was still just balls to the wall. Dude's a warrior. I just think Brunson is going to come in with a good game plan, get the takedown, and ride him out. So I'm going with Brunson plus 190 dog in that one. And then on the main card, I'm not going to make a pick for this fight because I think Bo Nickal's going to win. He's a minus 1,600 favorite, though, and he's making his UFC debut. It's only his 4th fight. Again, this is not a pick, but I'm throwing 5 down on Jamie Pickett because $5, $45 back or something like that. I don't know, plus 900. Do the math. It's why not? I mean, sometimes I don't think Bo Nickal's going to get those first fight jitters, the octagon jitters, but he might just not be ready for Pickett, and plus 900 is pretty good odds. We'll have to wait and see, but I do think Bo Nickel is going to win that fight pretty easily. He's a dog. Tons of momentum behind him. He's very confident. Great wrestling. Good striking that we have been able to see so far on the Dana White Contender Series and when he fought an icon for Jorge Masvidal. So no pick in that one. I think Nickel's winning, but why not put $5 down at plus 900 when there's a chance? Next fight, though, we got Jeff Neal taking on Shavkat Rakhmonov, the boogeyman of the 170-pound division. Shavkat, he's coming in as a minus 500 favorite over a top 10 fighter in Jeff Neal. Just took out Vicente Luque recently. He's been on a tear. He's got hands of steel, heavy punching, really good boxing. Shavkat Rakhmonov's great everywhere. Great kickboxer, really good wrestling, great submissions. He's scary everywhere. People have been ducking him left and right. You can't not go with Rakhmonov in this. Jeff Neal's got the chance to catch him. I just don't think that Neal will be able to deal with the onslaught that Rakhmonov throws at him. And then we have Jalen Turner. He's taking on a short notice Mathieu Gamrot. It started off, Turner was actually a favorite at minus 165 earlier in the week or the weekend. Now he's a plus 180 dog to Gamrot's minus 220 favorite. I gotta roll with Gamrot in this. His wrestling is top notch. In the scramble, he just always ends up on top or always gets out. Turner's got some really quick hands. He's huge for lightweight. He's got great reach and uses it really well. I just think that Gamrot's a different tier. Turner's a beast, don't get me wrong, but I just think Gamrot gets it done with his wrestling, probably submission or decision. All right, and then for the co-main event, Valentina Shevchenko. She's taken on Alexa Grasso. Shevchenko, completely dominant since becoming champion. Since before that, 125 pounds, that's hers. Nobody's coming close. Talia Santos was the closest that we had to it. She couldn't get it done. Alexa Grasso coming in, some of the best boxing in the women's divisions. She just had her first 5-round fight, and she looked pretty good. She got the job done. She could have done better. I just think pretty good's not good enough when you're taking on someone like Shevchenko. Shevchenko is a minus 650 favorite, and I'm rolling with that. I can't pick against the bullet till I see somebody. I might pick against her if those kind of odds come out against Erin Blanchfield when they fight, because that girl's a beast, and I didn't know it. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm rolling with Shevchenko in that one, no doubt. And then finally, the main event, what people have been waiting for 3 years, the return of John Bones Jones, moving up to heavyweight and taking on former interim champ and former heavyweight title challenger Cyril Gane, the number one contender. Cyril Gane, great kickboxing. He's got good submissions, but it's not going to be a thing for Jones to thwart that. Just lightning fast striking, moves like a middleweight. He's a beast out there, absolutely shredded. He's a beast, and he's got power in his hands, just not necessarily one punch knockout power. Coming back, Jones, we don't know how his power is going to translate to heavyweight, but I don't think we're going to see a lot of striking from him, because when we saw Cyril Gane fight Francis Ngannou, Francis dominated him on the ground. Just after he figured out he's not going to strike with him, he's not going to outstrike Cyril, he took him down, got the job done. John Jones is an elite wrestler, much better than Francis Ngannou. I don't think Cyril Gane has enough time to get to the level that John Jones is at. I think we're going to see a pretty dominant fight by John Jones. I could be wrong. He might not translate to heavyweight well. The ring rust might play a factor, but I just think we're going to see our guy get the dub, and it's going to be in dominant fashion. John Jones is back. He's a minus 165 favorite last I checked. Put the cash on him. Put the house on him. If you're doing a parlay, the picks, once again, we got Marc-Andre Barriault, Derek Brunson, Cody Garbrandt, Shavkat Rakhmonov, Mathieu Gamrot, Valentina Shevchenko, John Bones Jones. We only got one underdog winning in this, but the odds are not looking good for. It's just not the closest matchups here. But I hope I make you some money. Let me know how you do, what your picks are, what you think I got right, what I got wrong. Let me know. I appreciate you tuning in. This has been our 4th Pick'em episode. We're going to keep it going. And don't forget, if you ain't got nothing else to do Saturday, there's also BKFC on in London. I think that's going to be a daytime card. So you can watch that in the daytime. Nighttime comes around, flip it over to the John Jones card, and really just enjoy yourself. But once again, I appreciate you tuning in. This has been Matt with Blood and Beer. Toodles.